Oh, say does that.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, it seems like it will be a great fit for Ben Simmons on the Nets. There's plenty of scoring around him so he can focus on what he does best, setting up his teammates and defending. He said, "I take pride in it. There's only one ball. If I'm able to get stops and give guys a hard time, then we'll be able to get further." Kevin?
First team all defense. All right, DA, thanks as always. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, O'Neal is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. At this point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focused and sleep and eat right. Vital.
Now here's Booker. Ayton up top. Dishes it to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. No good on the 3. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Harris looking it over. Pass to Simmons. Over Paul. Simmons can't get it to go. Booker dishes to Paul. Back to Booker. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Outside, Simmons. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Back to Simmons. 4 on the shot clock. Off target with the jump hook. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Drills it from outside.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They set the pick. Pass to Claxton. Dinwiddie outside. Takes it inside. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Now, here's Craig. Last time, 14 points for him. Goes up from the top of the key. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Booker's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
Now here's Paul. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Great open look there.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
All against Dinwiddie. Passes to Simmons. Out to Harris. Jacks up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And that one's good, Ayton.
So challenging trying to guard Paul, especially when he's slicing passes through the defense like that.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Now the pass to O'Neal. And here is Simmons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And stolen by Ayton. Bridges inside. O'Neal's there. Booker outside. Paul outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. They trail by 3. And Simmons kicks to O'Neal. Back to Simmons. Harris setting the pick for Simmons. Puts it up from 12. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And that one misses.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Warren comes in for O'Neal. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Harris. That's Mills in for Dinwiddie.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
Here's Okogie. He's covered by Warren. No good from Lee.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Pass to Warren. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Warren. High, arcing shot. Rebound by Johnson. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Clippers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Suns miss again.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Warren with the ball. 8 points his last outing. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Phoenix ahead. They lead by a bucket. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
Please give a big round of applause.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Brooklyn trailing. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Sarge and Johnson are on the block. Lee out there with Devin Booker. And it's Okogie in at the 3. Watanabe passes to Warren. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitutions on the court.
Here's Sumner. 23 points for him the last game against the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Finney-Smith. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Bridges dishes to Lee. Paul outside. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. Paul's got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns.
The floater, the giant killer, is a key shot for Paul. It allows the 6-foot guard to score over taller defenders.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. And Brooklyn has possession after the missed 3 from Dario Saric. The feed to Warren. Shoots over Bridges, and Warren with the basket on the assist by Curry. And that'll tie this game up.
Showing some assertiveness inside. Warren knows you can't beat the defense if you play scared.
Paul. Top of the key jumper, no good. And it's Warren with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Undrafted coming out of college in 2013, Seth Curry only played 48 games in his first 3 seasons, spending most of the time destroying the G League.
Now, here's Warren. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Paul looking over the floor. On the money from 12 feet away. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And when you look at what he's doing now, it's hard to believe that Seth was ever kept off an NBA roster.
He's made quite the career for himself as one of the league's great three-point shooters and just an efficient scorer from all 3 levels.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
The first one falls, and a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. O'Neal comes in for Warren. Joe Harris is checked in for Curry, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Edmund Sumner. And for the Suns, Ayton comes in for Saric, and it's Torrey Craig in for Lee. Good on both. One thing you hear about officiating is you're able to get away with much more in the paint, Richard, than you are on the perimeter. So what's the solution? Call it closer in the paint and looser on the outside? Where should we go?
I think you just need to let them play everywhere, to tell you the truth. Because I like it when games become a little bit more physical. Because you get to see who's in the best condition. You get to see who are the stronger players. And then, up top, you got to be smart. Because the smart will take from the strong.
Claxton the pass to Harris. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Watanabe, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Paul. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Paul's shot is off. Harris outside. Dinwiddie against Paul. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Passes it to Paul. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Paul can't get it to go.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Here's the pass to Dinwiddie. 1:22 left here in the second. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Chris Paul picks up that one. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And the first one at the line is good. And Brooklyn making a change here. Simmons is checked in. And for the Suns, Okogie's checked in for Cameron Johnson. And it's Devin Booker in for Chris Paul. That one misses.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Now here's Booker. He has 5. Here's Ayton. No good off the back of the rim.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Okogie, the pass to Booker. Now, here's Craig. Ayton inside. Over Claxton. And that one's good, Ayton.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Dinwiddie up top. Defended by Bridges. Now, Dinwiddie. 7 points in the game. Poked away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and a battle is also upon us. Not Kenny and Shaq this time, thankfully, but 2 outstanding players through the first half.
Not surprising to see 2 competitive guys who bring it every time they're on the floor. It's been a spicy duel to watch.
Yeah, and we know you like it spicy.
No, I don't. Give me some milk.
Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
If they take care of the boards, they'd be in much better shape. It's a hidden stat that you can come up and bite you. Right now, it's chomp, 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 chomp.
Yep, I agree. This is from the man who averaged 11 boards a game for his career. Shot, dropping knowledge.
11? You sure that's correct?
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Nets with the lead. They've got Joe Harris. O'Neal is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Pass to Craig for the lead. They get it back. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Dinwiddie outside. Harris outside. Bridges against Dinwiddie. Pocket 6. Harris kicks to O'Neal. For 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Now, here's Bridges. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Booker. Over Harris. Booker, good. Booker's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Suns.
So lethal from the mid-range. Booker's just one of those guys that can hit you at all 3 levels.
O'Neal dishes to Dinwiddie. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And you know, for that matchup with New York, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
The Suns have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And here is Paul. Craig with a screen on Dinwiddie. Paul. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
From 15 feet away, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Now here's Paul. Ayton at the elbow. O'Neal with the rebound.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
There's the pick. Here's Dinwiddie. That one a little long. The Suns trailing. Booker outside. Craig sets the screen for Booker. Down low. A 3-ball. Buries it from 3-point range. Booker's got 10 points in the game.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Now, for your Brooklyn Nets. Make some noise, everyone.
And a new group in for the Nets. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. T.J. Warren comes in for Royce O'Neal. Curry's checked in for Harris. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Dinwiddie. Phoenix also making some changes. Sharch is checked in for Torrey Craig. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Damian Lee in for Chris Paul. Simmons with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the Nets miss again. The Suns leading. Johnson from outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Sumner passes to Simmons. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. 6 to shoot. Warren on the wing. From 17 feet out. Off the left rim and out.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 5. There's 1:54 left to play here in the third. Simmons sets a screen for Warren. And that one drops. Warren's got his second bucket of the night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Ayton. Good on the bucket. Ayton's got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Now here's Simmons. A 3 from Warren. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lee kicks to Saric. Booker the pass to Saric. Pass to Ayton. Over Simmons. They get it again, and they'll get another chance. Saric passes to Ayton. Over Simmons. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
To the middle. The pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Simmons. Right side Warren. Fires for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Warren's got 5 points in the quarter.
A diverse skill set makes Warren an offensive threat. Perimeter shooting is just one of the tricks up his sleeve.
Inside, here's Ayton. Drops in the layup for 2. Ayton's got 8 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Suns ahead, up by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
3 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Torrey Craig is out there with Saric. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 2-guard spot.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Outside Thomas. Here's the screen. Over Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul. First team.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
Cameron Thomas. At the line, 2 fouls.
That free throw good from Thomas.
We got this.
And both free throws good for Thomas. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. A 2-point game. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Mills. Thomas against Bridges. There's a good screen to take the lead. Thomas's shot is off. Well, Phoenix shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Johnson outside. This one for 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Your next U-10 team.
Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David. Nets trail by 5. Pass to Claxton. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Thomas kicks to O'Neal. 5 on the clock. Back to Thomas. From deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Craig's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bridges. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 7-point Suns lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
They set the pick. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Over in the corner, Paul. Johnson in the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Thomas. And the Nets miss again. And it's the Suns' ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Charge a screen on Dinwiddie. 13 feet away. The shot by Charge, no good. Nets trail by 10. O'Neal kicks to Thomas. And the layup's good off the glass. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
This team needed a spark, and boy, did they get one with that incredible attack at the rim.
And the Suns call time here. Simmons checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Thomas. And for the Suns, DeAndre Ayton comes in for Saric. And it's Devin Booker in for Cameron Johnson. Booker outside. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Paul.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Paul against Dinwiddie. Passes it to O'Neal. And here's Harris from the arc. And they get it back. Bridges against O'Neal. Harris setting the pick for Dinwiddie. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Craig with a screen on Dinwiddie. Bridges passes to Paul. Bridges outside. On deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Next ball.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Here's Dinwiddie. Misses the three. Phoenix leading by 8. Here's Booker. 1:07 left to play in the final quarter. Gray kicks to Paul. Ayton a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Paul. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And for the Nets, they're shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Harris passes to Dinwiddie over Paul. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Yeah, the defender in position there and with the height advantage. The fade away was really his only choice, but still a tough shot.
For three, Harris. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now Paul. So the Suns win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now our New Balance player of the game, DeAndre Ayton.